Welcome back to Chakra Savvy. Formerly Jess on the Mountain, I'm Jessica Goulding. If you enjoy learning about and practicing with the chakras as a framework for self-study, transformation, and navigating change, I encourage you to take my Chakra Check-In Self-Assessment or my 3-question Quickie Quiz. Both of these tools lead to my full video guide and resource page with simple yogic tools you can start using right away. Link is in the show notes and at jessgoulding.com/chakrasavvy. So, did you miss me last week? Well, I missed you. But you know what happened? Last week, I simply had nothing to say. I had zero creative energy. The muse was missing. And I've finally been at this long enough to realize if it isn't there, I can't push it. It's actually something I'm trying to let pervade my whole life. I'm super done with the pushing energy. And I'm hearing from some of you that you are too. So instead of pushing through, just saying something to say something, I let myself go quiet. It might be bad for the podcast algorithm to skip a week, but it would be bad for my soul to ignore my natural state and my creative ebb and flow. So if you don't hear from me, it's because I have nothing to say. Which means when I do show up, it's because I'm excited that I have something to share that I hope is useful and helpful for you. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do. I want you to have all the tools you need to navigate life with more grace and ease. Life won't be perfectly done, but it will be perfectly yours. And that's what matters. So now with the new moon behind us, I've been reflecting on our last Chakra Savvy intention session. It was powerful. We combined the energy of the new moon in Aries, the solar eclipse, and the third chakra to light up fire under our courage, actions, and our personal empowerment. After some settling in with some movement, a little breath, and some visualization, we posed these questions to ourselves. Where am I ready to reclaim my power? What bold action have I been avoiding? Where would I like to create change? And what is my next move? By the way, if you'd like to catch the replay of that Savvy Intention session, you can join the Chakra Savvy community for free. All the links to past sessions are posted there. So after some journaling, each of us created a sankalpa or an intention. And as we went through this process, I realized something that I wanted to bring to you here, and that's how to create a powerful intention. There's a skill to this, and I'm excited to be here to help. So first, I'm going to talk you through the process. Then I'll give you some suggestions for the languaging of your intention to give it maximum boost and maximum understanding for your system. So stick around through the end because I have a brand new resource for you to support your intention practice. The first thing you have to do in order to deeply listen to your heart, to hear your soul's intention, is go out of your mind. Yeah, you have to leave the thinking behind and open to your intuition and inner wisdom. So we'll come back to the thinking mind when we're creating the structure of your sankalpa. But for now, leave the critic and the logic to the side. So how do you get out of your head? You get into your body. So one way to go about this, that can be done anywhere, is to connect your breath with some simple movement. This is how we shift from an actively thinking mind to a more passive, receptive mind. So for example, for this movement, you can do anything where you're connecting breath and movement, but if you want just something easy, you just sit with your hands on your chest or your belly. And then as you inhale slowly, while you move your hands away from your body, and then you exhale slowly as they return. And you can leave your eyes a little bit open so you can see the hands move out as you breathe in, and they move back to your body as you breathe out. And you do your best to match the length of time it takes to move and to breathe, and go slowly. And after about a minute of that, just inhaling as you open, exhaling as they come back, after about a minute, you might notice you're more inwardly focused and your thoughts are less intrusive. It's simple, but profound. Using sound is another helpful tool to help you get focused and turn inward. So you could simply om every time you're exhaling with that movement. So it would be inhale, open the hands. chanting Om, bring the hands back to the body. Or if you want a more full-bodied sequence, you could do your sun salutations deeply connected to the breath, so long as you take it slow, right? The mind is quick. Got to help the body to be slow. So let your body slow down the tempo of your mind so you can listen more deeply to your heart. Connect movement and breath and make them both last long. Okay, so once you're feeling pretty settled, you can take the next step, which is to ask your system, which means your whole self, a first round question that invites intention to arise naturally. So rest your attention in your heart center and pose an open-ended question like, what do I need right now? Or what is my desire right now? Or what do I want right now? Or just ask your heart, what would you have me do starting now? So you pose the question and then just let an answer arise. You don't go searching and you don't judge yet if it's correct or incorrect. Just notice what's coming up. Over time, it'll start to make a little more sense. It'll get clearer and clearer. So once you have kind of an answer to one, or if you're going to all of them, do all the questions, that's fine. It can be easier to work with just one. Once you have just a free form stream of consciousness answer, then ask yourself the same question again, only this time up the ante with the word really, as in, what do I really need right now? What is really my desire right now? What do I really want right now? Etc. See what comes up when you challenge yourself to listen a little deeper. So you might get that first round of answers. But then if you go, yeah, but what do I really want? See if it takes you somewhere a little bit deeper. If it feels like there's more behind it or more to it, then ask again, just more emphatically, really. Whenever you feel like you have an answer that feels like you've gotten close or close enough to the bottom of it, then it's time to create your sankalpa. And that's the intention. So for example, let's say you're working with the heart chakra, like we will on the next one on April 27th. We're going to work with the heart chakra. The heart chakra is where we consider our relationships with others and our relationship to love and kindness. And let's say you're having some trouble in this area. Maybe you find yourself frustrated by family or partner or a friend, and you kind of keep losing your cool, or you're just not showing up how you want to in this relationship, and you really want and need to be more loving with this person. So what do? Well, you can create an intention, a sankalpa, for being loving and compassionate. Basically, what you're doing is cultivating the opposite of frustrated and angry, if those are the feelings. Like if you're really, I don't want to be this. Well, then you do the opposite. So now let's get into how to make the most powerful sankalpa. And I have a few good rules. First, it has to be in the positive. You wouldn't want to set a sankalpa that is, I will not be mean anymore. Because all your system hears is be mean. I don't know why. That's just the way it goes. There's stories to back that up. There's anecdotes galore about someone setting a negative intention, and there it was. It turned into the truth. So first, make it an affirmative statement. Make it be succinct. So it is short, sweet, simple, succinct. The fewer words possible. It must be succinct, in the present tense, a strong declarative statement. Okay, succinct in the present tense with a strong declarative statement. So here's what I found through the last few new moon intention sessions. We are wordy. We get some good wisdom and it flows and flows and flows, which is so great. That's what the journaling is for. You just let the words flow in that uninhabited stream of consciousness. And then when that is finished, then we invite our left brain back to the conversation to edit down for clarity and function. So how succinct should they be? Well, it's up to you, but the guide I use is the breath. And there's a beautiful Rumi poem with the line, I will set you on my breath and you will become my life. And I really love this because it's also the approximate tempo of one breath. Inhale, I will set you on my breath. Exhale, and you will become my life. So I think that if we're creating something to become our life, perhaps we should, like Rumi, set it on the breath. If we set it on the breath, it can only be so long. So That's my first piece of advice when you're editing. Make it as long as a full breath or less. Next, put your intention in the present tense, as though it is already happening. So, for example, instead of I will engage with others with love and compassion, it is I engage with others with love and compassion. So this means to the brain that you are stating and defining who you are and how you operate in the world currently. This is how change happens. Action, repetition, then becomes a habit, and then it becomes who we are, becomes our identity. So this is who you say you are, therefore it becomes who you are. So change any I will future statements to present statements and see how it feels. Finally, make your statement bold and strong. There's power in simplicity, so get as close to an I am statement as you can with the fewest number of words. So for that last example, I engage with others with love and compassion, which is great. You can inhale half of that statement and exhale half. It just gets more powerful when you distill it down to a mantra, I am love and compassion. Now, it's really who you are, not just how you act. This is the intention for your deepest being. And notice also, it is true. This is a truth about your soul. It is created by love and its essence is compassion. So really, it is who you are. Now you're directing your prana, your life force, in the same direction as your soul. You're moving towards harmony. I am love and compassion. And if you don't believe it at first, through repetition, it becomes habit. Once it's habit, it is part of who you are as you know yourself. And then one last thing. So right now you have it down to I am love and compassion. That's a real strong sankalpa. But if you really want to have some fun and make it a breath mantra, now you can divide it back out into two parts. Inhale, I am love. Exhale, I am compassion. So you see, you started with desire to show up better in one relationship. And next thing you know, through this process, you have a breath mantra. I am love. I am compassion. We could all use that one. It feels good. So from there, if you want to go one more step, it can become your meditation. If you repeat this on your breath while you visualize that family, partner, or friend with whom you'd like a better relationship. I mean, how powerful would that be to practice? You're doing the breath mantra, and in your mind's eye, you are visualizing this person. Okay, super impactful, super helpful. Our next new moon intention session, like I said, is Sunday, April 27th at 10 a.m. Central. You can sign up at jessgoulding.com/chakra savvy. When you show up live, you'll get some coaching from me about honing your intention to a workable goal or mantra like this. So I'm not just going to leave you hanging. If you come live, I'll do some coaching. We had a lot of fun with this in Chakra 3, and I imagine it will be just as exciting and meaningful when we're working in Anahata. So you should come. Okay, finally, your new resource. I just made this today. It's called Powerful Intentions Worksheets. I created this step-by-step worksheet of this process so you can just download and print it for yourself. It includes each of these steps plus some space to write what comes up. And you can get that on my podcast page, jessgoulding.com/podcast. Just fill out the form and you'll be good to go. You can download these worksheets for every intention you want to set. It'll guide you through and it has space for you to write. Okay, so until next time, may you set your intention on your breath and may it become your life. Much love.